So, what does it actually take to become an elite volleyball player today? The answer has changed a lot. It's not just about raw talent anymore. The journey from being a kid at a tryout to a pro on the biggest stage is now shaped by new ways of coaching, a huge focus on team culture, and some seriously game changing tech. So let's kick things off with a big question, right? What does it really take to be great at the sport today? Because I'll tell you, it goes so much deeper than just being able to jump high or hit the ball hard. It's a really complex mix of your mind, your body, and your character.
And this quote, man, it just nails it. We all love watching those incredible highlight reel plays, but real greatness, that's built in the grind and the thousands of boring, repetitive drills. It's that willpower, that internal fire to make every single minute count that really separates the good players from the truly great ones. Okay, so let's follow this journey, starting right where it begins for so many young athletes, the tryout. This is that first moment where a coach looks for that initial spark of potential. Now, take a look at this list. What's so interesting, especially for the younger age groups like under 12s, is what's not on here. You don't see perfect spike or ace server. At this stage, coaches are looking for something much deeper. Are you coachable? Do you listen? Do you bring a good attitude? Do you work hard? They're scouting for character, not a finished product. And this idea right here, it's a huge shift in how people think about coaching. It's not about finding the one superstar player. It's about finding the player who makes the whole team better, someone who lifts everyone else up. That quality is absolutely non-negotiable, whether you're playing youth club ball or you're on the Olympic team. All right, let's move from the tryout to the practice court. Think of this as the lab where athletes are really built. It's where all that individual potential gets forged into a team's strength through training, repetition, and probably most important of all, culture. This quote says it all. You can have a roster stacked with individual all-stars, but if you don't have a cohesive team culture, you're going to struggle. Culture isn't just some fluffy, feel-good word. It's a real competitive advantage. It's a weapon. So how do you build that winning culture? Well, it's not random. A lot of modern programs use a structured plan, a framework, like the Long-Term Athlete Development Model, or LTAD. This isn't just throwing a bunch of drills at kids. It's more like a scientific roadmap that makes sure athletes learn the right skills at the right time. So let's just walk through this real quick. It all starts with the fundamentals. Yeah, fun is right in the name. It's all about learning to move and just falling in love with the game. Then you progress up the ladder. You're training to train, then you're learning to compete, and then you're training to compete as things get more serious. It all builds towards learning to win and finally training to win at the highest levels. It's a smart, sustainable path to the top. But here's the thing, this whole development journey, it is not a one-person show. It's a partnership. The player, well, their role is to be coachable, accountable, and a great teammate. But the parent's role is just as critical, and it's different. It's about supporting the passion, respecting the coach, and being a great example of sportsmanship. When those two roles are in sync, that's when an athlete can really thrive. Okay, practice is over, it's game time. Let's move from the practice court to the actual competition. When that whistle blows, it's about more than just skills and strategy. It's about a strict code of conduct and respect. And let's be crystal clear about this. There is zero wiggle room here. Organizations like USA Volleyball have a zero-tolerance policy. This isn't a suggestion. It is a core rule of the sport. Respect for absolutely everyone involved in the game is number one. And they get really specific about it. Things like rude or disrespectful comments, getting in an official's face, trying to influence calls, trash talking, it's all completely out of bounds. The message is pretty simple. How you act reflects on your entire team, and there are consequences. That spirit of respect also extends to your commitments. Just look at this. Forfeiting matches, especially on the last day of a tournament, well, the penalties are severe. You don't just lose the match. You could lose your entire tournament ranking and even get suspended. It sends a powerful message. You owe every opponent your best effort, every single time. All right, let's shift gears now to what is, honestly, a total game changer in volleyball. We've talked about mindset and culture, but now it's time to meet the new assistant coach that's on pretty much every elite team, technology. We're talking data and artificial intelligence. This quote pretty much says it all, doesn't it? Think about it. An assistant coach that sees everything, never misses a single play, and can analyze patterns in the blink of an eye. It's giving teams insights that were just impossible to get before. So you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? Well, a lot of the time it starts with a tiny little wearable sensor. This thing tracks literally everything, every jump, every sprint, every single change of direction. And all that raw data gets fed into a computer and transformed into this detailed performance dashboard, giving coaches a super precise, objective look at what's happening on the court. And what you can do with this data is just wow. AI can spot tactical patterns, pinpoint tiny mistakes in footwork, track how efficiently a player moves, and even automatically create highlight tapes. But maybe the most important job it has is load management, tracking how much physical stress a player is under. It tells a coach when to push, and just as importantly, when to pull back to prevent injuries. That's huge. At the end of the day, the real goal of all this tech is to transform players of the game into students of the game. You're no longer just relying on what a coach tells you. Now you can see your own data, analyze your own performance, and develop a way deeper, more strategic understanding of the sport.
So where is all this heading? What we're seeing is this incredible synthesis, a powerful combination of those timeless, old-school coaching principles with the cutting-edge tools that are defining the athlete of tomorrow.
Yeah, the future is all about fusion. It's blending the art of coaching, the intuition, the motivation, the human connection, with the cold, hard precision of machine analysis. Each one makes the other better, creating a smarter, more complete way to develop athletes. And this is probably the most crucial takeaway. This technology is not here to replace coaches. It's here to make them better. Think of AI as the ultimate assistant. It handles all the data crunching, which frees up the coach to do what humans do best, to mentor, to inspire, and to lead. Which leaves us with one last fascinating question to chew on. In a world where technology can measure and analyze almost every single thing, does that make the unquantifiable stuff, the things like heart, grit, and willpower, does it make them matter even more or less? I'll let you think about that one. Thanks for joining this explainer.